Today, we're diving into a topic that's been surrounded by controversy for years. We're shining a light on the dark side of McDonald's, one of the world's largest and most recognizable fast food chains. While McDonald's has brought us iconic Happy Meals and catchy jingles, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Let's get started. Early life. The McDonald brothers were born in Manchester, New Hampshire, to Irish immigrants Patrick James and Margaret McDonald, who came to the United States as children. Maurice was born in 1902, and Richard was born in 1909. And the family moved to California in 1937. In 1940, the McDonald's brothers founded the now-known restaurant, where it was operated by Richard and Maurice in San Bernardino, California. The brothers introduced the speedy service system in 1948, putting into expanded use the principles of the modern fast food restaurant, something that White Castle started doing more than 2 decades earlier. A couple of early facts are that the original mascot of McDonald's was a hamburger-headed chef who was referred to as Speedy in 1962. The clown mascot Ronald McDonald was introduced in 1965 to market the chain to children. Meston's Arches, crafted by sign maker George Dexter, made their debut in 1953 with the first franchise McDonald's at Phoenix, Arizona. Franchising. The McDonald brothers began franchising their fast food system beginning in 1953. They were built with a standard design, which included the company's universally recognized golden arches. In 1954, Ray Kroc, a milkshake machine salesman, met the McDonald brothers and was impressed by their operation. He convinced them to let him franchise their concept. Ray Kroc opened the first franchise McDonald's in Illinois in 1955. This marked the beginning of McDonald's as we know it today. Kroc's vision was to turn McDonald's into a global fast food empire, and he succeeded in doing so through aggressive franchising and marketing. In May of 1961, McDonald's filed for a U.S. trademark on the name McDonald's with the description drive-in restaurant services, which continues to be renewed to this day. McDonald's, with the help of Ray Kroc, filed for a trademark on a new logo, an overlapping, double-arched M symbol that we all know today. By the 1960s, McDonald's had expanded across the United States and began opening international locations. The company's golden arches became one of the world's most recognized symbols. The introduction of iconic menu items, such as the Big Mac in 1968 and the Egg McMuffin in 1972, solidified McDonald's as a fast food powerhouse. Health controversy. McDonald's menu items are often criticized for their high calorie and fat content. Many of their offerings, like burgers and fries, are known for being calorie-dense and high in saturated and trans fats, which can contribute to obesity and heart disease. McDonald's popularized the concept of supersizing, encouraging customers to order larger portions of food and drinks. This led to concerns about excessive calorie intake and overeating, contributing to the obesity epidemic. With that being said, in March 2004, McDonald's announced a plan to phase out the supersize option, citing needs to simplify the menu and to offer healthier food choices. Marketing to children. McDonald's has been criticized for marketing its products to children, often using toys like Pokemon, Beanie Babies, and even electronic toys, mascots like Ronald McDonald, and colorful advertising to appeal to a young audience. This has raised concerns about the impact of fast food on children's health. Lack of healthy options. While McDonald's has introduced some healthier menu options like salads and apple slices, these items often make up a small percentage of their sales compared to the more traditional, less healthy choices like the Big Mac and Double Quarter Pounder. Additives and preservatives. Some of McDonald's menu items contain additives and preservatives to extend shelf life, which can raise concerns about the long-term health effects of consuming such ingredients. However, McDonald's has been gradually removing preservatives from its menu for several years in an effort to appeal to more health-conscious buyers. In 2016, it removed high-fructose corn syrup from its buns and took artificial preservatives out of its Chicken McNuggets, contributing to obesity epidemic. McDonald's, as a symbol of the fast food industry, has been a focal point in the discussion about the global obesity epidemic. Its accessible and affordable fast food options are often seen as a contributing factor to this public health crisis. With its dollar menu and large portion sizes, it's no wonder why it is believed to contribute to the obesity epidemic. Transparency and nutrition information. Over the years, McDonald's has faced criticism for its perceived lack of transparency regarding nutritional information, ingredient sourcing, and menu changes. It's important to note that in response to these health concerns and changing consumer preferences, in 2005 they vowed to put the information on the packaging of most McDonald's items. McDonald's has made efforts to provide more transparent nutritional information, diversify its menu with healthier options, and reduce the use of certain unhealthy ingredients. However, these issues continue to be part of the ongoing debate surrounding the fast food industry, and McDonald's in particular. Lawsuits. Over the years, McDonald's has had plenty of controversy when it comes to lawsuits as well. Cases like McDonald's India, Vikram Bakshi partnership case, Norman McDonald's Country Drive-In case, as well as the McMunchies case. But even with all of those cases, it's nothing like this one. Liebeck v. McDonald's Restaurants, also known as the McDonald's coffee case, and the hot coffee lawsuit, was a highly publicized 1994 product liability lawsuit in the United States against the McDonald's restaurant chain. Stella Liebeck was born in Norwich, England, in December 1912. She was 79 at the time of the burn incident. On February 1992, Liebeck ordered a 49-cent cup of coffee from the drive-through window of a McDonald's restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Liebeck was in the passenger seat of a 1989 Ford Probe, which did not have cup holders. Her grandson parked so that Liebeck could add cream and sugar to her coffee. She placed the coffee cup between her knees and pulled the far side of the lid toward her to remove it. In the process, she spilled the entire cup of coffee on her lap. Liebeck was wearing cotton sweatpants, which absorbed the coffee and held it against her skin. Liebeck went into shock and was taken to an emergency room at a hospital. She suffered third-degree burns on 6% of her skin and lesser burns over 16%. She remained in the hospital for 8 days while she underwent skin grafting. Liebeck suffered permanent disfigurement after the incident and was partially disabled for 2 years. Liebeck originally wanted to settle with McDonald's for $20,000 to cover her actual and anticipated expenses, but McDonald's offered only $800. There was multiple attempts to settle after the lawsuit was brought against McDonald's, with McDonald's refusing all offers. The Liebeck case trial took place from August 8th to 17th, 1994. During the case, Liebeck's attorneys discovered that McDonald's required franchisees to hold coffee at 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. They also presented the jury with testimony that 190 degrees Fahrenheit coffee may produce third-degree burns, where skin grafting is necessary, in about 3 seconds, and 180 degrees Fahrenheit coffee may produce such burns in about 12 to 15 seconds. McDonald's claimed that the reason for serving such hot coffee in its drive-through windows was that those who purchased the coffee typically were commuters who wanted to drive a distance with the coffee. The high initial temperature would keep the coffee hot during the trip. The jury found that McDonald's was 80% responsible for the incident and Liebeck was 20% at fault. Though there was a warning on the coffee cup, the jury decided that the warning was neither large enough nor sufficient. They awarded Liebeck $200,000 in compensatory damages, which was reduced by 20% to $160,000. In addition, they awarded her $2.7 million in punitive damages. According to the New York Times, the jurors arrived at this figure from Morgan's suggestion to penalize McDonald's for 2 days of coffee revenues, about $1.35 million per day. The judge later reduced punitive damages to $480,000, 3 times the compensatory amount, for a total of $640,000. The decision was appealed by both McDonald's and Liebeck in December 1994, but the parties settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. Then, there was this case, McLibel case. McDonald's Corporation v. Steele and Morris, known as the McLibel case, was an English lawsuit for defamation filed by McDonald's Corporation against environmental activists Helen Steele and David Morris. Helen Steele and David Morris were 2 environmental activists from London Greenpeace, a small environmental campaigning group that ran between 1972 and 2001. In 1986, they distributed copies of a 6-page leaflet titled "What's Wrong with McDonald's? Everything They Don't Want You to Know." The leaflet accused the company of paying low wages, cruelty to animals used in its products, and other malpractices. In 1990, McDonald's brought defamation proceedings against 5 London Greenpeace supporters, Paul Gravitt, Andrew Clark, and Jonathan O'Farrell, as well as Steele and Morris, for distributing the sheet on the streets of London. Under English defamation law at the time, the defendant had to show that each disparaging statement made was substantively true. This could be an expensive and time-consuming process. Gravitt, Clark, and O'Farrell apologized as requested by McDonald's, but Steele and Morris chose to defend the case. The case was held in June 1997, with a judge delivering a more than 1,000-page judgment, largely in agreeing with McDonald's, finding the claims that McDonald's was responsible for starvation and deforestation were false and defamatory. Steele and Morris were found liable on several points, but the judge also found some of the points in the fact sheet were true. McDonald's considered this a legal victory, though it was tempered by the judge's endorsement of some of the allegations in the sheet. Specifically, the judge ruled that McDonald's endangered the health of their workers and customers by misleading advertising, that they exploit children, that they were culpably responsible in the infliction of unnecessary cruelty to animals. Although the decision awarded £60,000 to the company, McDonald's legal costs were much greater, and the defendants lacked the funds to pay it. Steele and Morris immediately appealed against the decision, as well as many other types of lawsuits, such as the trans fat lawsuits. In the 2000s, McDonald's faced legal action over its use of trans fats in cooking oils, which were known to be harmful to health. Plaintiffs alleged that McDonald's did not adequately inform customers about the health risks associated with consuming their food. The company eventually switched to a healthier cooking oil, or the Happy Meal lawsuits. McDonald's Happy Meals have been the subject of multiple lawsuits. In some cases, concerned parents argued that the inclusion of toys in Happy Meals was a marketing tactic aimed at children and encouraged unhealthy eating habits. These lawsuits prompted McDonald's to make changes to Happy Meal offerings, such as including healthier sides like apple slices. Franchisee lawsuits. Disputes between McDonald's and its franchisees have led to a series of legal actions. These cases often involve allegations of contract violations, mistreatment of franchisees, and disagreements over store refurbishment requirements. Legal battles between McDonald's and franchisees have been ongoing in various parts of the world. Discrimination lawsuits. McDonald's has faced lawsuits related to allegations of racial and gender discrimination in its hiring, promotion, and workplace practices. These legal actions have put a spotlight on issues related to workplace diversity and equal opportunity. McDonald's has been involved in various trademark and intellectual property disputes. These cases often relate to the use of the MC prefix in names or branding, as well as allegations of trademark infringement by other businesses. McDonald's has faced several lawsuits related to food safety and contamination, particularly instances of foodborne illnesses and food poisoning allegedly caused by their products. These cases generally involve claims of negligence in food handling and quality control. Each of these lawsuits and legal controversies has had unique implications and sparked important discussions about issues ranging from consumer safety to corporate responsibility and marketing practices. McDonald's has a complex history that spans nearly 8 decades. While it has brought fast food to the masses and left an undeniable mark on global culture, it has also faced numerous controversies and challenges throughout its history, from health concerns to labor and environmental issues. The story of McDonald's is a reflection of the broader issues facing the fast food industry and the evolving expectations of consumers in the modern world. The journey of McDonald's from its humble beginnings to becoming a global fast food powerhouse has been a roller coaster of successes, challenges, controversies, and adaptations. It's a story that reflects not only the evolution of a single company, but also the transformation of the fast food industry and the shifting expectations of consumers and society. While McDonald's iconic golden arches have become a symbol of convenience and familiarity around the world, they've also been a focal point for a myriad of issues. The company has responded to these challenges with innovations in marketing, menu diversification, and technological advancements. As consumers, it's essential to remain informed, consider our choices carefully, and advocate for positive change in the industry. The story of McDonald's serves as a reminder that the impact of a global powerhouse transcends mere food. It touches on health, labor, culture, and the environment. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the dark side of McDonald's, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments what other stuff you would like me to explore next. Thanks for watching, and always remember, stay curious and keep exploring, even in the hidden corners of the happiest places on Earth.